Reminder, tomorrow after the show, we head to the Borgata Hotel Casino and Spa in Atlantic City.
Yep.
Site of Junkies Poker Open, and we invite you to join us, even if you haven't pre-registered. We're having a party at Gypsy Bar tomorrow night. Thursday, we're going to do our show. But you theoretically can just drive up there and register.
This is us after the show tomorrow. This is the audio.
This is what we
of
do.
us leaving Lanham
To race out
and
of here.
speeding towards Atlantic City.
You can get to Atlantic City 9:30
Cannonball
on Thursday.
Run, bitches!
Register for JPO. Shuffle up and deal at 10 on Thursday.
It's an old reference. Cannonball Run.
Yes, it is an old reference.
Have they had like a Cannonball Run 10 recently or something?
I have no idea. I
mean,
mean, they still
Joe
do that.
Theismann was in the
I
Cannonball
mean,
Run
Burt
movies.
Reynolds was in that in his prime, I believe. I think.
Yeah, I
Is
think
he
you're
even
right.
still alive?
Burt Reynolds? He's still around.
Didn't Burt Reynolds used to do those movies with who was kind of like the chubby sidekick?
Oh, Dom DeLuise.
Yeah.
He's no longer with us.
Right.
Is he dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
So I mentioned Playgirl. It's kind of a joke, but EB in the past has said that he theoretically would do it.
I
Not
think
that he's
Burt
not gonna be
Reynolds
involved.
may be in Playgirl back in the day.
Not
You're
that
right.
anybody would want to
Right,
see it.
correct.
Right, I understand that.
Just a hypothetical
I'm just
argument on the
saying,
show.
would I do it for the right amount of cash? Sure. You can be butt naked and see my hog.
Right.
Of course. Of
So
course.
I don't even know. I guess Playgirl is just online now.
I
I've
would
been
guess. I
told.
mean, is there really a demand for women to walk into CVS and point at a Playgirl behind the counter and say, I need a copy of
I
that?
don't think it's for women.
Oh, you think it's for men? You think men get sized?
Yeah, I don't think women buy Playgirl.
So a man or a woman. I just don't
I
think
think
there's
it's for-
that much demand.
I think Playgirl is geared at homosexual men.
Oh,
not-
okay.
It can't be geared at women. I would
I don't
guess.
know.
I mean, this would just be a sheer guess that the number of the
that's
let's
the
say out
demo
of-
they're looking
let's
for.
say out of 1,000 views, 990 of them are guys.
You know what? You're probably right.
Maybe you're
They're
right.
not girls. Don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care about your dumb dong.
My uncle's second wife used to have a Playgirl right next to her bed.
Oh,
in her
she
little-
did.
Her little lamp
You know
table
what?
there.
Oh.
She's a fun girl, that one. But they're rare.
Maybe the chicks read it for the articles.
Yeah.
They even have they have articles in Play. Has anybody ever seen a Playgirl?
No.
No.
I saw
maybe
hers
Jason-
was in the
Jason
hers was in
has.
the
Jason has.
bedroom.
I
Yeah.
saw
Okay,
I
did
saw
you-
plenty of penthouse forums and read plenty of those letters
All right, so-
as a teen.
Before
Right.
I get to the story,
Very
Jason,
tantalizing.
would you admit that you opened it?
No, I didn't open it. It was.
You never opened it.
Why would I open it to see dongs?
You wanted to see maybe have you
No.
compare
Did you
maybe
see
if
his
you were
penis? It would
see
sit
how
next-
you were doing.
It would sit on the bed next to her side of the bed.
Did you see his penis?
I never opened it. I asked her why she had it, and she said she got sized.
I can only imagine why
Don't you
she
think?
had
I mean,
it.
do you think I'm wrong? I think 95%
I think you're right.
of the
Yeah.
audience for
Hadn't
Playgirls
really thought about it,
is
but you're probably
homosexual
right.
men. Yeah, of course.
Probably right.
Well, I
Unless
think
there's some subscription base of women from back in the day.
Very, very small. I mean, women just don't care. They don't care about your dumb dong.
Although women go to see those male reviews in Vegas, like the Thunder for Down Under.
Yeah, I
or
believe
whatever
that's
those
at the
are.
Excalibur.
They go to see the Chippendales. They went out and drove to see Magic
Well,
Mike.
there is a whole genre of dancing bear videos that we all know.
Yeah,
But those are all, we all know those are all just
I
scams.
may know that reference.
I mean, there's
may
no
have seen
chance that that's real, right? There's no chance that like a bunch of chicks from
Of
their
course
office
it's not real.
are gonna see
Don't
some
ruin it
stripper,
for me.
and then like, 3 of them are getting hooked. I mean, there's just no
I
chance.
don't know. They have the sheet.
Right.
No, but they do go to Chippendales, right? And Magic Mike, I think there's going to be a Magic Mike 2. It's one
Yeah.
of the most popular movies because they do like to see the male bodies. But I agree that they don't care about the dong.
Anybody in
Eric,
here ever
Eric.
ever typed in dancing bear?
I've seen them.
Yes. Right.
Have you typed it in though?
Yeah, then you got to click the long version because you got to get the build-up.
What were you
You
saying?
need the backstory.
So anyway,
Drab, what were you gonna say?
For research purposes only, I just went to playgirl.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not for women. It's a bunch of men in bed doing acts together.
Okay.
I mean, it's,
Okay.
Oh, really? I didn't even think it was that.
So
I thought it was just.
they've taken it to
I
that
thought,
level
I thought it
now.
was just posing.
Well, not on
Maybe it's
playgirl.com.
changed. Maybe it's changed.
Now it's just hardcore
Trying
stuff.
to keep up.
well, anyway, the story here is.
All right, so hold on. I just Googled it. It says that about 23% of the subscriptions are female. So it's about 75.
Okay, so
for
about
men.
a quarter.
That's higher than you thought.
Okay, but okay.
That
That's
number
a
could be
subscription.
inflated.
Okay, so
I
if you
mean,
say
that's what it
20,
says.
all right. Those are 20.
I mean,
those
that's
are,
just
those
internet.
are just rare birds.
That's just internet.
Right.
You know what
Could
I mean?
be wrong.
So
That's not
sto-
25% of women. That's just 25% of their audience
Right.
is
Right,
women.
Right.
So the story here is that a guy claims he was fired because he actually did pose nude in Playgirl magazine And so he's suing the company that he works for. He was like a sales manager.
Well, this happens all the time in
And he
Playboy, right?
posed nude in Playgirl. Fired. The company that helps the business handle the personnel issues denies that it forced one of the employees out of his job. He says he was suspected of jokes and ridicule. He was ridiculed.
Well, I know this. If somebody that works here posed for Playgirl, they would be ridiculed every single day until they quit their job.
Well, what if they got paid heavily?
It was discovered that he posed
they
nude.
would still be bullied and ridiculed until they quit.
But he posed nude in the 90s.
Okay.
On a lumberjack themed spread.
Lumberjack, of course. Looked like the guy on the brawny paper towel cover.
And so everybody finds everything. So he does this lumberjack spread in the 90s.
He's doing a Paul Bunyan bit.
He's working as a sales manager. 20 years later,
He was showing everybody his big blue ox.
Somebody finds his spread, and then he ends up being forced to leave his job 20 years later.
Cakes, if they paid you $150K,
$150K.
you would do
to
it.
show off my nubber.
Yeah.
And you
Now,
only 5 pictures. You only
Yeah,
gotta do
but they're
5
out there
pictures.
forever. There's no way of getting around
Yeah, I
it.
don't
They're
know.
out there forever.
That's a tough one.
150K.
Because
Your
then
aunt
my
and
kids
uncle-
go to school every day, and it's going to look like college game day with my picture as they're walking down the hallway saying, "This is your dad."
Would you do one?
150K.
No.
Hold up. Would you,
You
do
say
one?
no to
I
that?
would say no.
Would you do one that doesn't show your number? That's kind of like the ESPN body
So it's like a
issues,
tasteful-
where you're completely
Yeah.
naked.
Tasteful
but you have,
nudes.
you have
Basketball.
like your leg.
Oh, you
Oh,
do
yeah,
that.
of course I do
Do
that.
that for
a
20
heartbeat.
bucks. 20 bucks.
Heartbeat, of
Do
course.
that. That's nothing.
$20.
All you got to do is show your ass then.
Well, that's fine. Nobody wants to see that, but I would show that.
Hold on,
sure.
hold on. Let's get back to $150,000.
150K, bro.
All right. Look, I understand in a nice neighborhood that's not going to get you much, but that'll be a chunk of a mortgage.
It's a lot
That
of
pays
money.
a lot
This-
of bills.
This guy would do it for 150K. I just am not, I just tell my kids,
That
look, it
takes
was,
care of the kid's college.
do you have to be sized in the pic?
Yes.
That hurt.
At
that
least
hurts.
one of the
Are
five.
they sized in the
That
Oh, I don't
hurts.
think they are.
Hold on a second.
I think they're non-sized.
Hold on. One of the 5 picks have to be a sides pick.
If you have to be sized, that might have to go up a little bit in the price.
Can you choose the angle?
Oh yeah, you get full
Yeah.
creative
You gotta
control.
Yeah.
Okay.
Photoshop.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm
we need
saying?
a lot of Photoshop.
Yeah, hook it
And
a
I
little
know
bit.
Dark-
you're
some mood lighting.
And I know you're doing it with just purchasing a new house. I know
He
you're
would
doing it for
He would do it
150K.
for a lot less, I bet. I bet you would do it for 80K.
Doesn't
And a
matter what-
suitcase.
Doesn't matter
cash.
what Bob Myers thinks of you.
Right.
You can't Photoshop the vitiligo.
Yeah, you'd be in the
Yeah.
vitiligo edition.
Yeah.
I would.
Be honest. Be
I would do it
completely honest.
if you give me time to do it like on my own accord.
Of course.
Like if I get to like work out and try and be silly,
Yeah, you get like 6 weeks to prepare.
make it 8.
All right.
All right, give me 8 weeks to prepare.
Solid 2
Right.
months.
And
Right.
I get to choose the size angle.
Right.
I would do it for 80.
Do you have
Yeah.
a better side from the left to right when you're sized?
Well, one may look better than the other.
Right.
I just want to have my discretion because I don't want the picture to put me in a poor light.
Right.
Right. Drabby, what about you? So he's in for 80K.
25.
25K, you're in.
Size.
You're working cheap.
But you really would do that for 25K? Now
What
they'd be
do
up
I
there.
care?
Well, your kids, eventually you're going to have kids.
Well, I'm not going to tell them about it.
Yeah, but they're going to find
Of
out.
course you're not going to tell them.
Their
They're going to
friends
find
are gonna
out
find out.
immediately.
There's-
Hack, radio DJ,
Okay, I've done-
producer.
I've done a lot worse for a lot less
I don't
for
know.
radio shows.
I think being butt naked sized,
Well,
that's as hard
Yeah,
as
but
I
I'm
can
just
get.
solo.
Playgirl could do an expose on the original Drabby picture that he did too. Where
Oh,
he
yeah,
has
his
his butt,
naked-
where he has his butt
his
cheek.
butt
And he
selfie.
can talk about how he
Right. He did
came
that
up
for
with
free.
Yeah, he
Drabby
did.
did a naked butt selfie for free. He was tweeting it left and right.
That's true. He's a kind of a pioneer
probably
in this
would do it.
genre.
He thought that was going to titillate his woman.
right.
Well, it did.
Put it this way. She's probably in that 25%. She probably has a Playgirl subscription. You know what I'm saying?
And he pops it open unlike Lurch.
Right. Oh, he would definitely look. 100%. Drabby, if your girl had let's say she was a fan, and
Okay.
before you started dating, she was a subscriber, and it was on your coffee table, 100% chance
Coffee table.
100% chance you'd pick it up.
I'd see what it's all about, probably.
Of course. Of course.
150K, bro.
You're just
A lot
curious.
of
That's
money.
all.
I'm telling you that I would do it. And I would just explain it to my kids.
Yep. I'd say, look,
I'd say, look, it was just an opportunity.
This is your 4 years of college right here. I
Yeah.
did this for you.
Right. Sometimes
you.
you do things for
I
money.
would rather
It's all about the
withdraw
kids,
money.
by
By the way,
and,
I'm going
and-
to say
and
that
put
that's
it on a
probably only 3 years of college for a lot of colleges.
Well, it depends.
All right, whatever.
probably
It
right.
depends,
It's
but
still-
it's a good chunk of
chunk.
it. It's a good
Okay.
chunk of it. What were we gonna say, Cakes?
I would rather withdraw about $150K from my 401k and go to some like a gambler and say, I need one lock. Okay, let's roll the bones on your 5,000 star play of the week.
Well, can you imagine?
Double it up.
Can you imagine the first Thanksgiving dinner? You're there at the Wertheimers.
Yeah.
with Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah,
Wertheimer.
it would be really weird.
You know, the sister-in-law and her, what do they have? 2 kids? 3
Yeah,
kids?
it would be strange.
Their
It'd be
2
weird.
kids and your brother-in-law.
I
and your
can't have
family
that.
And 3 kids.
It's too much.
Is that where you do Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it would be too much personal
Thanksgiving
drama.
to Wertheimers after Cakes is in Playgirl.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You have to suffer through
That
a
wouldn't go-
Thanksgiving dinner. I mean, yeah, that's
It wouldn't
part of
go
it.
well.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. Not worth 150K.
Even if you had a fluffer?
I don't need a fluffer. I can fluff myself. I can take care of that. That's not a problem.
It's
I'm
just
just
that-
Well, you know what I would do is if I got the 150K, I just keep it in cash in my house. Anytime anybody ever Joan, I say, come back to my office.
Right.
This is
Why don't you
why.
come look at this.
Right.
That's what I'd say.
All right, coming up next is the Junkies Blitz to go around the NFL, tell you what Dallas plans to do in London.